Welcome back, everybody. String 608 Plays. We are playing Xenonauts 2. This is the early access Milestone 6 version. I am playing it on normal difficulty and reacting as the things come up in the game. I did see before recording this that they will be releasing it live, version 1.0, on April 2nd, which was a little bit earlier than I was expecting. I am a playtester and a backer. Kickstarter backer, so I was a little bit surprised to see that it was coming out in April. I thought it was going to be a little bit later because we were working on a Milestone 7. They did say that they will be working on bug fixes as you know, the wider public maybe finds some stuff that we weren't really expecting or whatever. But yeah, we're going to be going into the live version of it, which means that this will probably end here around day 210 if I can get that far. We are basically in what I call the gauntlet phase. After the waveform down here, they tell you when stuff's going on. There was a thing that said, wait, when the waveform peak hits, and it is hit, so we're seeing more and more UFOs coming. You really need to have your bases kind of kitted out to deal with it so you can shoot down most of the UFOs that come flying in at you. I'm behind the curve on that, as we'll show you when I go look at the bases. Commercial portion of our broadcast is right now. I do stream on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Friday is Gale Goes Forth in Baldur's Gate 3. I'm playing as Gale, romancing Karlach, and it is modded so I can bring everybody along with me, and I have extra mithril, so I made more adamantine armors, and I also have the romance option in there so that I don't screw up the romances. I can make sure that I reset the flag if I screw something up. So I can make sure that the romance with Karlach goes through. In that one, I did some things not quite in the right order, and they are in a real pickle, and I'm going to be testing to see if I can get out of the pickle, or if we're just going to watch Gale and company go down in flames. We'll have to wait and see. As for Saturdays, I do also Baldur's Gate 3. This was a fan pick for me to play a monk as a Drunken Master subclass. We're in Baldur's Gate, and I'm trying to do things a little bit wiser than I did with Gale because I don't want to end up in the same situation. And then we have Sundays is Baldur's Gate 3. I'm playing a playthrough that I'm calling the Librarian. I'm trying to be a level 1 everything to get a Steam achievement, and that was a fan pick for me to stream it rather than just record it and put it out like I'm doing these. I'm putting out this Xenonauts 2 here. Once we get the full release in April 2nd, I'll probably take a week to play around with it and make sure that I know all the final bits that have been put in so that I know what I'm talking about. And then I'll be doing a playthrough with that. I'll probably put up a poll to see if people want to see me stream it at some point, or if they want to just have me do it like I'm doing here with, hour long or so episodes as we go along. But we're going to try to get to the 210 mark, which would be the end of the 7th month, in this particular playthrough before the full release comes out. So we are going to go look at our bases. I do have some boats that are out here. This one is, I got this one shot up. So I have to do a rush replacement on that one because I need to have these things back. This one's almost fully healed up, and this one's got a long way to go. And this one has a long way to go. I got a lot of boats shot up in my recent interceptions, so I'm in very, very dire straits there. Over here, we're doing okay. We've got some health to get on that one, some health to get on this one, and this is my torpedo boat over here. And in Asia, I don't have any aircraft yet, so that's a problem. For my soldiers, really here at this base, you can see I don't have a lot of soldiers. Most everybody's kind of healed up. I do have some people that are in dire straits here. I'm a little behind on soldiers. I should probably pick up a couple more. So let's go see if I can recruit any soldiers. What you're trying to do is avoid red numbers if you can. A lot of times you don't have that choice. You have to take what you're given. I don't have the greatest of choices here. This is a pretty good one. So we'll have to take him. And oh, I really don't have a lot of good choices here. This one's pretty good accuracy, but lousy strength. Oh, it's not going well at all. I really need to be able to carry stuff. So I think this is going to be my next person to pull in. And when we're going to be done with that. Casualty list, you can see I've lost 1 captain, 3 corporals, and a sergeant major. 3 of them I lost at the cleaner headquarters in Europe. And then I lost 1 in a terror site and a couple of crash sites here along the way. So it's been a little bit bloody, but not as bloody as it could be. I am missing... What have I got here? Guess I'm missing a shotgun here. Because they got hit really bad. 60. I could probably turn this person into a shotgun. And they can take even more stuff. So, equipment-wise... Wow, I might just have them grab a... So I don't have a proper pistol because I didn't build them. Dang it. Let's take a cover charge. And... some more regular old grenades here. This guy has almost every medal. There's 1 missing. Can't remember what that one is. What is this? They eliminate 4 more hostile units in a single tactical mission, which he hasn't done yet. But we'll see if this guy can get healed up enough to be able to go out on a mission when it comes time. Research-wise, 6 days. We'll get there right about the time of the end of the month, which I'm behind on all this stuff, by the way. And in this, I'm just trying to clean these things out, and then maybe I'll build like some accelerated pistols or something. I can't afford to build most of this other stuff. You know, I can build a knife, but I don't do a lot of close-in combat. I do have some extra Warden armor that I should probably be shipping off to other bases, but I just don't have the time to do that. Speaking of which, I'm going to go over here to this one. You look at the soldiers in here. I basically have 3 riflemen. I don't have any weapons for them over here. I don't have any upgraded weapons. So I need to, like, I should have, like, laser rifles over here and stuff. And I don't have the capacity to do things. So I'm kind of screwed. Like I said, I'm way behind on the curve here as far as that goes. And we've got, these things are at 20s, 7s, 2, 7, 10. So I've got some panic going up because I couldn't intercept all the UFOs that came through. So we're going to run this up, and we're going to get at least like 1 a day is the problem. And I don't have the airplanes to intercept right now. So I'm let them keep going. Okay, let's go in here. I have 2 guys that are riflemen. I think I'm gonna put them up as just as rifles for now. And we'll see what they look like in this screen. Oh, he's way overweighted. He doesn't have the strength to carry stuff. Neither does this one. So I would have to drop some grenades off of these guys if they go into combat. So that could be a problem. And my aircraft, Angel 1 is still way behind on its health. Phantom 1's almost fully healed. Phantom 2 is healed. And Phantom 3 is healed. So I almost have my 3 Phantoms. So I might be able to get that Angel 1 over to Asia base before too long so I can build another airplane. So we gotta pass some more time. We got, I don't think I have anything to build here. I could build a couple more of these, or I could just get some money. I think I want to build at least a couple more of these. All right. Oh, nope, I only want to do 2. Okay. And then still 4 days for that, so it's going to be a bit. Oh, I didn't check. I don't think I have anything. Oh, I did have some junk, so I can get 105,000. So I did pick up a bunch of stuff, so I'll sell that, get some more money in the bank. And now we've got to deal with probably some UFOs coming here real soon. Okay. I don't have anybody I can send over to Asia. That's my problem. Like I said, I'm really behind on those soldiers. You should have 6 to 8. Okay, I think I'm just going to have them generate a little bit of cash while we're waiting for stuff to happen. Because we should have some stuff happening here pretty soon. Okay, we're going to slow down. We're going to go back and check our aircraft. Phantom 1 is at full. It carries 1 torpedo and, a Sidewinder and only 1 laser lance. So Phantom 1 is kind of like the one that softens up the big target. And these guys just go in with laser lances to take care of escorts and then finish off the big target. This airplane is halfway to being healed. I have it tricked out this way. It should probably not be tricked out this way anymore. So if we empty that, we only have 4, so we have to empty this out. And then if we go into here and put in the laser cannon and drop in the missile. Okay, we can probably send this over to Asia, but we're going to wait just a little bit longer. And we've got our advanced alloys. So we'll read out the research here. Much of the research work conducted on alien alloys thus far has been centered around increasing their mechanical performance, i.e. the hardness, toughness, and impact resistance of the substance. This perhaps implies a lack of creativity, for it appears the aliens have also mastered the exotic alloy variants that combine the strength of hardened alloys with the flexibility of fabric. Such materials could prove enormously useful in our war effort. The secret to this behavior appears to be a metallic alloy that has an extremely low melting point. It is therefore liquid at room temperature, creating a suspension of alloy molecules that lock together if compressed, temporarily forming a crystalline structure. When placed between sheets of watertight woven fiber, this creates a flexible fabric that will instantly harden if struck by a projectile. Once these forces have dissipated, which only takes a few moments, it will once again resume its pliable liquid form. While I suspect many uses for these remarkable new alloys will become obvious with time, the clearest application is currently in our personal armor. Despite our test subjects reporting that their protective equipment unexpectedly hardening while they are in motion is actually a rather painful experience, the resulting bruises and soft tissue damage seem rather insignificant compared to the alternative. Analysis suggests this material can offer roughly 70% of the protection provided by a hardened alloy plate of equal thickness. This means it will not replace our existing solid plating, but complement it, finally allowing us to add meaningful armor to areas where rigid materials cannot be used. Okay, so we can make a Colossus battlesuit armor. We can make the X-132 Gemini interceptor, Gauss weaponry, and advanced stun weapons. And then Guardian protection, we can make that better. Actuator module, reinforced vehicle armor, and reinforced plating. All right, we will go ahead and put in. God, what do we want to build? I want it all. I won't make the plot this month. I won't make any of these this month. So it's not really going to matter that much. Colossus battlesuit armor is cute, but I think I'll go for the Gauss weaponry. In engineering, so we can make Guardian protection is 250,000, which is like all of our money. Equipment is 250,000. Lightweight exoskeleton construct from alien materials significantly enhance the strength of the soldier wearing it. This makes everybody stronger so they can carry more stuff. Air weapons. I can get more of this. I do think I need to make this in order to get the next thing up. And vehicles, I can make reinforced vehicle plating, which I don't have enough money to do. Okay, corpses. Ooh, I can do Wraith corpse analysis, which is cheap. Let's do that so we can do more damage to them. And then I think we don't have a lot of money here, so we gotta decide what's most important here. What was the... was it armor? No. Equipment? What was it, the thing I was... thought there was an exosuit thing. Why am I missing it? I'm very confused. I thought I had a thing. Huh. I don't have a thing here that I can do anything about. Oh boy. Was it in research? No. I'm very confused. I swear there was something here. Actuator module. I'm gonna build that so we can carry more stuff. Okay, we're out of money. So we've got a few days here. We need to check our airplane. Where are you up to? 64%? I'm gonna go ahead and transfer this to Asia. So that we have something over there, so when I get the beginning of the month, I would be able to do something. And here we go. Okay, it is ominously quiet, which I don't like. Okay. Not that I'm going to assign anything. I'm looking here. That's 7 days. That's going to be next month. My armory screen. I should have in the equipment. the equipment, or is it modules? It's a module. So it weighs 5, it gives you plus 20 strength. So if I put this on this guy, you can carry more stuff. So I'm going to do that on everybody who's going to get that module somehow on their persons, so that they can all carry more stuff. Right now, this guy's going to carry another one of these, another one of those, a shotgun, two, three, 4. Oh, I can carry another one. Carry all sorts of grenades. Las rifle. All right, we're going to make this. Change that. Change the last shotgun to this. Because I can always take stuff off. Now I can have this guy just go there and say, okay, he's way overweighted. Then I can just take stuff off. That's fine. Las rifle. They're fine. So all the las rifles. I have one las. The sergeant here is not that good. This shield person should be taking more stuff. Equipment. Could they actually take? No, that's too much. Okay. Smoke. Flash. Actually, they probably should take. Yeah, they should take a second flash. -1 on their time units, but they've got a bunch, so they're fine. And then we're going to make this be their loadout. Last sniper. We make this the loadout for now. I'm actually going to get a jetpack on him in the future. And then the las heavy needs to throw one of these on. Weapons wise, we have. I'm going to give him one of these. Last shotgun should probably have one of those too. I need to make another one of those because I need to have 2 of those. I need another one. Okay. But I don't have the money for it. Las heavy, that's what I was looking at. He's got the ability to carry more stuff. So he's going to pick up some more grenades. And one more grenade. Maybe one of those. For now. And we'll make that what a las heavy is. And now, out here, we should have... We're going to put this guy back in the boat. He's almost completely healed up. And then we're going to tell him to... we'll go back to the boat. And then he needs to be fitted out. Okay. And then I need one more pistol. Can I build another pistol? Yes, I can. Let's get that done in a day. See if we can get that done real quick here. We'll be completely tricked out and waiting for the UFOs to arrive. Okay. So let's... Here. We're going to have this... Where's my shotgun? This is now going to be the loadout. And then we go over here and we say... All the last shotguns have these things. This heavy has one, and the last sniper has one. Yep. My las rifles carry medkits. And then the Mars is just the Mars. That's all I can do for it. Shield guy carries an accelerated pistol and extra grenades. Okay. So we're good. Okay, so we're out here. We've only got another day and we'll get to month end. What's my time? It's only gonna be a half an hour. Okay. Well, we'll get to month end and then we'll talk about this. I need to look at some of these. 250. One of these helps me with research. 150 in Soviet Union. 150 and brings down North America. $75 for this. What does Latin America give me? Minus 50% scientist wages. I think we're gonna go Latin America. We're gonna recruit this one because that takes down my scientist wages. So monetarily, it should help me. I'd love to get this one, but it's just too hard. And that's another thing you got to budget over here is these operations points. All right, we're going to get to month end here. There it is. It is a large one. Okay. I don't know if I can take on a large. So this could be a very bad thing. We're going to have to try and take it on. Now, this guy does have... Phantom 1 has one torpedo and an Elenium missile, and everybody else has just got las cannons. So we're going to have to hope that we're good enough. Oh, it's a bomber. Okay, that's not as bad as I thought it was. Phantom 1, go over here. Phantom 2, in from here. Phantom 3, come in from this side. Phantom 2, jump this way. Phantom 1, jump this way. I took a hit. But it was mostly armor, not too bad. And bombers just give me stuff. There's nothing to, no ground assault there. And we're repaired. We're coming up on month end here, guys. So we're gonna get to month end. Cool. We'll have to see what happens with our month end. Before we get there, take a quick look. It's going to be 4 more days. They're just making me a little bit of money because I don't have enough money to buy anything. This soldier's almost ready to go, so I'll have my shotguns back. What I really need to do is build up some las weapons and ship them off to other places along with soldiers and stuff. That's what I would do at the beginning of the next month. Because these bases, if you look at the bases, this one needs to have another airplane built and then another hangar built. This one just needs to have its soldiers cranked up. And then this one ultimately would get some soldiers over here to defend itself. And then that's what you would do. And then when I get the research done, I would build Gemini interceptors for the end game here. But I'm a little bit behind on that whole thing. So one of the things you can do is if you were... I chose to go with op points first and money second, and then engineering, because that's what these do. These help my engineering get stuff done, so I didn't have to build up my engineers as fast. But you could also go with the research thing and have your research stuff get done really quickly. So you have to make your decisions here on what you want to do. I think we're gonna make it. So there's more allies in the Millennium, and we're gonna make it to month end. There we go. So we're at up by 836,000. We're at 3.5 million, plus the little bit the engineers were giving me. You can see they've changed the picture some as we upgrade ourselves. We get these things to look different. And the victory of 2 regions are lost. Right now, all of our modifiers are in the positive side. So we're getting more because we have panic low. If you show expenses, our engineers are 300,000, but notice our scientists, instead of 300,000, they're at 150,000. So if I can find the other one that will give me I think it's Asia, it gives me engineers or something, at less a building, then that would cut down my costs and lets me go faster. I only have 17 soldiers. I really should probably have about 8, 24, 30. Probably should have 30 soldiers on the board. So I'm way behind on my soldiers, but I didn't have the money to do anything about it. Okay, and we are at 31 minutes. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to call this here. We are... there's only 40 days until U001 completion, and that's when you basically end into the end game. You can only survive, usually, the end game for about... I suppose you could stretch it out to about 3 months. Maybe even 4 if you really wanted to. But you really do need to get moving once this thing gets completed. You have to get the research done. That'll be the next one I do, because that's the plot that's going to get you to the end game here. So let's go into this. Close this. Go straight here. So this is really important. Helps you take down very nasty things, but you do need to do this. And this is good for your troops to give you basically an android equivalent as a guy. So all 3 of these are good, but they're like 28, 29, about 30 days. It's a full month's worth of stuff, and we're just now getting Gauss weaponry. So there's lots of things I need to do. Okay, engineering-wise, I probably am going to build a few more like regular laser rifles to ship out to my other bases. Equipment-wise, I probably will go with a Buzzard jetpack. Aircraft, I have an open space now, so I probably will build another one of these. Actually, I'll probably build an Angel. I'll just build an Angel to send over to what's its place, because they're good for things up to about, if you can get 3, you can usually take on most things under the size of like a cruiser. An abductor is a stretch sometimes, but sometimes you can damage it enough to allow you to just run away. So that's things. I do need to, I really should do some of this stuff, but I really can't afford it. I'm going to do the Millennium generator just because it takes care of all your power issues. Air weapons, I do need to build this. This gives me the accelerated cannon, just gets me to where I can build Gauss cannons, which is why you do it. And in the engine upgrade, twin durable power and new venom interceptors have increasing their speed, which means they can chase things down. So that's something to do as well. So there's lots of things for me to do, and my engineers are a little slow right now. So I need to buy with my points out on the main map. With these, the next one I can get, I need to start picking up some of the engineers. So, you know, pick up an engineer here. Maybe get an engineer over here. If I can get some of the engineer things, it takes down the speed at which they complete things. Makes it go faster so I can get more stuff done. I can't really afford to build out all those the bases with extra engineers to just let me build more stuff in more places, because I need to make sure I have airplanes up in the air to shoot down UFOs. So there's a whole lot of things that are going to be coming that you have to keep doing. You have to pay attention to this. You want to start banking these things, because if things get really bad, you need to drop panic in a hurry. So the coverage I have is pretty good. Covers most of Asia, most of Europe, and parts of North Africa, most of North America, and parts of Latin America. So I have ways to bring down stuff. If I have the money, I will increase these radars so they have more range, so they cover more area, which is the trick. But I don't think I'd build another base at this point. I'll build another hangar over here, get some Angel interceptors over into Asia, and then leave a space open so that when I get the Gemini interceptor, I can build one of those. And then what you do is you start retiring Angels and putting Phantoms there instead, and then just kind of work it out that way. All right. Anyway, that's sort of the way this thing works. We've made it through 7 months of the game, and like I said, on April 2nd, the live version is going to come out. So I don't think I'm going to go much farther in this one as far as recordings go, because I want to do the live. I want to do the live version. I don't want to do the Milestone 6. I want to show you what the real game looks like. So hopefully this gave you an idea of what the game is like, and that you'll go ahead and pick that up on the live distribution on April 2nd. And I will meet you all back here after I've had about a week to mess with that, to make sure I know everything that they actually put in and what we fixed and all that kind of stuff. And then you'll see some more of these, and I'll be putting up a poll to ask if you guys want to see it streamed, or if you want to see me keep doing it like this with recordings. What am I trying? Oh yeah. In order to get on that poll, you'll have to subscribe to the channel so you can know when it's up. Right? Subscribe and hit the notify bell, and then you'll see the note that I posted something, and then you can go vote on whether you want to see me stream it, or do recordings like this. I like to do recordings here because then I can control the time that we're actually, if I'm getting near the end of something, it's like 45 minutes, and then I suddenly get a mission. It's like, okay, well, we'll get to the beginning of the mission, and then the next episode we'll actually do the mission on UFO or whatever. So, but let me know what you want to do, what you'd like to see me do. You can do that in the comments here, or you can subscribe and then do the vote on the polls. Obviously, subscriptions help me build the channel. Share this with your friends, leave comments, and hit the like button, because comments and the like button and sharing gets it out in front of more people, and more people means maybe they'll like what I'm doing and then give me more comments, and we get in a vicious cycle where I'm actually building this channel, which is good. That's what I want to do. So there you go. I do put out yearly videos like around Christmas and New Year's, kind of reviewing the channel, what I've done over the year. I think I'm going to start maybe doing that twice a year now. I might do one in July, shortly after July 4th, just sort of a summary of what we've done in the first half of the year and what we're going to do in the next, the last half of the year. And then, I usually do one in January to tell you what cool shit I got for Christmas, and then you'll see coming up in the next in the next year when I get time to put it onto the YouTubes. I am trying to figure out how to use Twitch for streaming. I'm very, very new at that, and I am when I get done with my Baldur's, I put up a poll. The overwhelming vote was finish my BG3 streams. When I'm done with Gale, and when I'm done with the Monk, which will be relatively quick, probably by the beginning of summer, like June, I figure I should be done by then, hopefully. I'm going to be starting up Dragon Age Unlimited? Ultimate? It's got a U in it. something my son bought me. He says he really wants me to play Dragon Age. He wants me to go do that. And I was like, well, okay, you bought it for me. That's at least one request for it, so maybe he'll watch it. I don't know. And then also I picked up for my whole family, Divinity Original Sin 2 was on sale. So I got it, and around Christmas it was on a really low price for it, and I picked it up for my whole family. So everyone in my family has it. And I'm going to be streaming that one as well. Both that and Dragon Age are what I call uninformed playthroughs. It's not blind, because I have seen stuff on YouTube about the game, so I can't say I don't know what I'm walking into. I can say I have no idea how the mechanics work. I've seen scenes, so it's like I'll see something on the screen and go, oh, I remember this. I saw this in a video somewhere. What did they do? I don't remember. That's more of that way. Same thing with Baldur's Gate 3. It was like, I saw the prologue. Lots of people were streaming the prologue. So it's like, yeah, I know what the prologue's like, but the rest of the game, I had no clue. So my first playthrough of that was as a half-elven ranger, I think. And I just said, let's see what's going on here. And then now I've got, 3 more streams of it going that just kind of fell in when I was doing polls and things. It was like, no, let's see more BG3. So I don't know. Some people watch it, some people don't. I wish I'd get more views on it, but I don't know. When you're looking at a stream that's been recorded, a lot of times you're like, oh, that's like 3 hours. I don't have 3 hours. So I do try to go back and chapter mark them so that when I'm doing like trade, or I'm just running around camp and you're not interested in what I'm doing in camp, you want to see what I'm doing in the actual game part of it. Or if you're interested in only camp parts and you don't care about what I'm running around, beating up goblins or whatever, you want to see what the camp life was like. I do try to go back and chapter mark all my videos so people can find them. You'll find that in here, that I chapter mark like things that I think are important, and then like when there's like a mission, I just say, hey, here's the mission. And then maybe, a few turns in, it's like, okay, we're in this phase of the mission, like clear the landing site, locate the UFO, advance on the UFO, and then assault the UFO. You'll have those like 3 or 4 breaks, things like that. So hopefully that's helpful to you guys when you're looking at these, so that if you don't have all the time in the world to watch everything, you can at least watch parts of it, and that gets me some watch time, which you need in YouTube to get your videos up in the rankings. So more people that watch your videos, the more your videos move to the top of the search algorithm. So that's why it's important for likes, view time, comments, all that stuff gets the video up in the search rankings, so more people watch it. And then that helps my channel grow, because more people watch it, more likely I'll get some people to go ahead and subscribe and help support my channel. You'll also find that I do have a Discord link in my descriptions of my videos. It is a Dren608 Plays is the Discord. It's for talking about this channel. I have chat rooms for the various games that I have done or am doing, and then you drop me a note in there, and I try to respond to everything. I try to answer all my comments as well on YouTube. So it might take me a couple days to catch up with everything, but I do try to keep up on it. So help support me if you would, please. And that's enough of me talking. So I'm Dren608. Until we meet again, stay safe and bye-bye.